evening. I'm Katie Elko, an extended member of the Parze family. And I would first like to thank you all for coming out on this chilly evening to celebrate Stephanie's life. I just know Stephanie is here with us. She always liked a good party. I am absolutely sure she's here tonight with my dad and stepmother, her grandparents, and all who have passed before, celebrating right beside us. Happy birthday, Stephanie. It seems like yesterday when we were around the corner celebrating your sweet 16. The fact that it was 10 whole years ago is just unbelievable to me. I teased Kathy about how much you liked the bling that was to become your signature style. It wasn't just a phase, as I thought, or secretly hoped at the time, because fancy was just never my thing. You were the first child of the next generation within my family. Most likely, had he lived, you would have replaced me as the apple of my father's eye. And I would have been okay with that. I'll tell you this, I'm absolutely sure he was standing alongside your grandmother, welcoming you with open arms, so happy to finally meet you. However, I'm not going to stand here today and talk about what could have been, would have been, or should have been. I'm going to talk about how we move forward from here. Many of you who are here tonight are here because something about Stephanie touched you. Whether you actually met her or not, you love her. I've heard people actually apologize that they did not know her. Please do not do that. You are all Steph's angels, and whether you knew her in life or not no longer matters. So here we are today, lighting up the night 10 years after her party just around the corner, remembering and honoring her life. Since that fabulous Sweet 16, according to the FBI's National Crime Information Center statistics on missing person, as of 3 hours ago, when I last checked, 5,189,611 people were reported missing. Look around you. One missing person, Stephanie Nicole Parze, affected this many lives. Actually, hundreds more. We're only looking at the folks who could make it tonight. One way or another, all of us were affected by her going missing. So just try to imagine all of you multiplied by 5,189,611. I'm sure you can't. I'm a math teacher, I can't. The pain and suffering we all endured during the 87 days prior to finding Stephanie is unexplainable. It's surreal. During those 87 days of hell, and yes, they were hell, 589 other people disappeared also. As I said many times during those endless days and nights, there simply are no words. But if what we endured and what we learned during that time can ease the pain of even one family, if we can somehow help them create their own army of angels, the implementation of the foundation will be a success. We were not experts. We hesitate to say we are experts now, but we did learn along the way. And if those skills can help give one other family and the scores of each extended family a little peace and a bit of hope and a feeling that at least they're doing something, we will be successful. Since this day, 10 years ago, over 100 million acts of physical violence were perpetrated against both men and women in the United States. This is an epidemic that does not belong here on Earth. We have initiatives on bullying in schools and they are wonderful and they are successful. But the number of violent acts in the home over the last 10 years is larger than the number of students enrolled in school today. Yes, I looked that up. There were 76.4 million students enrolled in school according to the United States Census Bureau accounts of 2017. We know that's for a minimum of 12 years. In 12 years, we can estimate there will be 120 million acts of domestic violence. Prevention is necessary. Education against domestic violence is necessary. Once we get this nonprofit organization completely up and running, the foundation will work tireless to reach our children, educate them, and ensure that no family or community ever has to face the anguish we continue to face, having survived our story's grim conclusion. Stephanie was not given the opportunity to be a survivor. Her story ended much too soon. So we will tell her story for her, to all who will listen, and hope that we can save many more from a similar fate. According to estimates by the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence and statistics from the FBI, approximately 16,441 individuals were victims of a domestic violence homicides in the last 10 years. Stephanie Nicole Parze will not die in vain. All of those who stand before you tonight and speak had a part in creating Steph's Angels. We became an army with over 1,000 members. The number of people who never met her but who loved her and encouraged us every step of the way are innumerous. And trust me, I do feel we deserve that miracle ending which we all hoped for. But God had other plans. All Steph ever wanted to do was bring people together. When she could throw a party, a gathering, or whatever you want to call it, she was at her happiest. She was in her radiant glory. So here we are tonight, gathered together to honor Stephanie and make this promise to her that we will all continue to stand together and fight domestic violence. We will help families of missing persons so that no one goes through this alone without somebody standing there beside them who knows exactly what they're going through. We may not always be able to physically be there, but we will be available by phone or by email to support and to assist in the creation of their own army of angels in order to hopefully bring their loved ones home. We also vow to help victims of domestic violence find the resources and assistance they need in order to escape and hopefully educate people so that these atrocious acts of violence lessen within the areas of our reach. We will not judge any situation anyone finds themselves in. There, but by the grace of God, go I. Everyone's story is theirs and theirs alone. As outsiders to each situation, there will be times I'm sure that we will get frustrated, but we vow to you today to always be empathetic and to never give up, no matter how many times we try to help someone. We know there will be setbacks, but we will keep on trying. Still, hopefully there will be times when we succeed and there will be times to rejoice that another family did not have to suffer what we now know as unbearable pain. As I said before, if we help just one family or one person avoid or remove themselves from a domestic violence situation, we are a success. I believe with all my heart that we will do more than that, much, much more, because we have you. All of you are Steph's angels, and with your help, we will succeed. We will heed the advice and hope for the wisdom of St. Francis of Assisi to start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. We may not yet know what we will accomplish, but by all means, we're going to make Stephanie proud. Her legacy will live on forever. Our birthday gift to you, Steph, is this foundation. Happy birthday. Thank you.